He's a name that echoes through stadiums, a legend whispered by fans across generations. Lionel Messi. But how did a small boy from Rosario, Argentina, become arguably the greatest footballer of all time? This is the story of a journey that defied the odds, a tale of talent, perseverance, and pure magic. Our story begins in 1987 in the working-class city of Rosario. A young Lionel Andres Messi was inseparable from a football. His grandmother, Celia, was his biggest supporter, the one who first took him to a local club match. She saw the spark in him before anyone else. At just 4 years old, he joined the local club Grandoli, coached by his own father, Jorge. Even then, his extraordinary talent was obvious. He was smaller than the other kids, but his control, his speed, and his ability to weave through defenders were simply on another level. By age 6, Messi was playing for his beloved Newell's Old Boys, a major club in Rosario. He was part of an almost unbeatable youth team, nicknamed the Machine of '87, for the year they were all born. They dominated and young Leo was the star. He scored goals for fun, sometimes hundreds in a single season. The future looked incredibly bright. But then, at age 10, a major hurdle appeared. Messi was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. It was a condition that stunted his growth and required expensive, painful daily injections. His family was devastated. The treatment cost around $1,000 a month, a sum his family and even his club Newell's couldn't consistently afford. It seemed like his dream of becoming a professional footballer was slipping away. His talent was undeniable, but his physical future was uncertain. Would any club take a chance on a boy so small with such a costly medical condition? This is where FC Barcelona enters the story. The Spanish giants had heard whispers of a phenomenal young talent in Argentina. Carlos Rexach, a Barcelona scout, was urged to see him play. The Messi family, desperate for a solution, arranged a trial in Spain. In September 2000, a 13-year-old Leo, along with his father, flew across the Atlantic with everything on the line. The trial was a moment of truth. Messi was nervous, quiet, and tiny compared to the Spanish boys. Some coaches at Barcelona were skeptical, but then he got on the ball. He danced past players as if they weren't there. Rexach was stunned. He knew he was witnessing something truly special, a once-in-a-generation talent. Legend has it that he was so convinced and so worried about losing him that he drew up a contract right then and there. On a paper napkin, Barcelona agreed to pay for Messi's medical treatments and move his entire family to Spain. The napkin sealed the deal, and Messi's new life began at La Masia, Barcelona's famed youth academy. The move was tough. Messi was shy and homesick. He missed his friends and life in Rosario. But on the pitch, he let his football do the talking. He quickly rose through the academy ranks, dazzling coaches and teammates with his incredible skill. He formed close bonds with other future stars like Cesc Fabregas and Gerard Piqué. His growth treatment was working, and he was getting stronger, faster, and even more unstoppable. Finally, in October 2004, the moment arrived. At just 17 years old, Messi made his official first-team debut for FC Barcelona. He came on as a substitute, wearing the number 30 shirt. The world was about to meet its new king. A few months later, in May 2005, he scored his first official goal for the club. A brilliant chip assisted by his idol and mentor, the legendary Ronaldinho. It was a symbolic passing of the torch. A new era had begun. Over the next few years, Messi transformed from a promising youngster into the best player in the world. He inherited the iconic number 10 shirt from Ronaldinho and became the centerpiece of Barcelona's attack. Under coach Pep Guardiola, Messi was the star of what many consider the greatest club team in history. Alongside Xavi and Iniesta, he helped Barcelona achieve unprecedented success, including a historic sextuple in 2009, winning all 6 trophies they competed for in a single year. His individual achievements were just as staggering. He started collecting Ballon d'Or awards, the prize for the world's best player, winning it 4 times in a row from 2009 to 2012. His goal-scoring records were simply unbelievable. In 2012, he scored 91 goals in a single calendar year, shattering a record that had stood for 40 years. He became Barcelona's all-time leading goalscorer, breaking record after record with every passing season. His dribbling was mesmerizing, his goals were works of art, and his consistency was inhuman. But for all his success at the club level, there was one thing missing: a major international trophy with his home country, Argentina, it became a heavy burden. He led Argentina to 3 consecutive major finals: the 2014 World Cup, the 2015 Copa America, and the Argentina Copa America Centenario. Heartbreakingly, they lost all 3. The criticism back home was intense. Some questioned his passion for the national team, a painful accusation for a player who had left his country as a boy. The pressure became so immense that after the 2016 final, a tearful Messi announced his retirement from international football. The football world was in shock. But Argentina rallied behind him. The people, the government, everyone begged him to return, and he did. He couldn't turn his back on his country. He returned with renewed determination. The struggles continued, but the dream never died. Then came 2021. At the Copa America in Brazil, Messi was a man on a mission. He was the tournament's best player, top scorer, and top assist provider. He led Argentina to the final against their arch-rivals Brazil, at the legendary Maracanã Stadium. A single goal was enough. At the final whistle, Messi dropped to his knees, overwhelmed with emotion. He had finally done it. He had won a major trophy with Argentina. The weight of a nation was lifted from his shoulders. But the ultimate chapter was yet to be written. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar. At 35 years old, Messi announced it would be his last. It was now or never. He played with a fire and a passion we'd never seen before on the world stage. He wasn't just the magical dribbler. He was a leader, a fighter, dragging his team forward in every single match. He scored in the group stage, the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and in the final itself. The final against France is considered by many to be the greatest football match ever played. It was a roller coaster of emotions. Argentina led, France came back. It went to extra time. Messi scored again. France equalized again. It went to a penalty shootout. The tension was unbearable. But Argentina held their nerve. When the final penalty was scored, the dream was complete. Lionel Messi, the boy from Rosario who was told he was too small, had lifted the World Cup. He had completed football. After more than 2 decades at Barcelona, a tearful departure led him to a new chapter at Paris Saint-Germain. And now he's enchanting a new audience in the United States with Inter Miami. But his legacy is already cemented. He's more than just a footballer, he's an inspiration. A story of overcoming adversity, of quiet determination, and of a love for the game that shines through in every single touch of the ball. From a paper napkin contract to lifting the World Cup, Lionel Messi's journey is the beautiful game's most beautiful story. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next one.